Hey guys, what is up? Dave here, coming back to you with another brand new video on the channel. And today's video is an update to the block YouTube ad block detection on Firefox and Chrome video. This video will serve as what I believe is the best workaround for not having ads on your computer. There are two ideas I have. A lot of people are saying in the comments that this is fixed, that more than likely you're going to get blocked anyway because it's just blocking an element on the page. Also, this method breaks playlists, it breaks other pop-ups, it breaks scrolling. There's a lot of downsides even though the videos can still be played. I haven't been hit with a block yet, and I've watched almost 3 dozen videos since I got home from work because I had a music playlist playing. But some other people are having issues and it's not working for them anymore. So I wanted to make a spiritual successor to this video. And this is what I believe is going to be the long-term solution for basically playing YouTube with no ads. But I'm also applying Twitch, Spotify, and Pandora into this video. So the biggest streaming platforms out there for content as far as music is Spotify and Pandora. And then video content is going to be Twitch and YouTube. So without further ado, let's get into it. Also, big thanks for making this one of my quickest, most successful videos ever. I've never had a video climb in views this fast, except for maybe when I made my old Pirate Bay video when Pirate Bay got shut down. And that's so long ago. But thanks, everybody. Everybody's been awesome. Let's see if, I'm going to share this video around the same way I shared this one around. Let's see if we can do just as well on this new video. So anyway, let's get right into it. Now, this is using a different platform to basically achieve what would be no ads on all this stuff. There are 2 ways to go about this. Windows 10 and Windows 11 now have something called Windows Subsystem. You can install Android that way and play Android apps natively inside the Windows system. That's a little bit in-depth and probably above the heads of a lot of general computer use people. And I'm going to make a video about how to do that in the future. But for right now, we're going to just install an Android emulator. It's the easiest way to go about this. So I know this probably isn't the solution people were hoping for, but it's a solution that's easy to achieve, and I want to get the word out there that BlueStacks is not the way to go. I have used many Android emulators. So far, this one is the best emulator that I have used as far as like adware being coming through and all that stuff. The best one you want to use is this. Oh, I forgot to download an app for this. Hold on. There we go. I'm trying to be prepared this time because some people were making fun of me in the last one. It's not my style to be prepared, trust me. But anyway, you want to download LD Player and install it. I use LD Player 9. If you want to use older Android stuff, you can download LD Player 5. But for this, I recommend using LD Player 9. I already have it installed on my system, but I'll still show you guys how to install it. So what you want to do is get the download from just clicking this button. Run the setup, agree, setup path, set it up to wherever you want to put it. I'm actually going to move it because I don't like having it on my system drive. We're going to move it to my storage drive and just call it Android EMU. And then we're going to click install. And it's going to give you some optional offers. Reject all of them. All of these different things try to sell you, quote unquote, these offers. But in all reality, they aren't needed. Don't worry about it. I'm going to show you guys how to set up LD Player without ads, put on Twitch, put on YouTube, put on Pandora and Spotify, and we'll go from there. And I'm going to basically do no editing in this video, tell you who the most legit place is or where the most legit place is to get these modified apps as well. And you can even apply this to your actual Android devices, like your tablets and your phone, if you have an Android device, because these will work on there too. I use these apps every day on my phone, my tablet, and even my kids' devices are rooted with ad blocks, YouTube revamped, and if they want music, they have Spotify and Pandora. So this is only going to take another second or so. It doesn't take that long to install. The longest part is just depending on your internet connection, is downloading the actual installer, which is only up to this point, and now it's installing the LD Player software. Once this is installed, you do want to enable root in the settings for LD Player, and I'll show you how to do that, because then you can use what's called AdAway to have no ads at all on the entire system as far as the Android system. You can do that as well with WSA, but right now we're going to click Start. I'm going to launch LD Player for the first time from the new install directory. It does give you ads and stuff like that. It's unless you're setting up something like a VMware Fusion or VirtualBox Android emulator manually, you're going to get ads on all of these. It doesn't matter. But let's download our first app while this launches. The first thing you're going to want is called AdAway. Basically, just come here. Don't download F-Droid. Go down here to download APK. Oh, apparently, I already have it. And just cut it and paste it over in my apps folder because I forgot. There we go. So, once you have AdAway downloaded, make sure your Android app actually installs. You want to go to the settings for the Android emulator. Now, it's going to do a very good job of figuring out what you actually want as far as CPU, RAM, and stuff like that for your system. If you have a lower end computer that's like an Intel i3, AMD Ryzen 3, or an older Intel or AMD based system, this is probably going to chug a little bit and probably not be a great solution for everybody. But you can control how many cores it gets. You can control the amount of RAM. Personally, I like putting it to 6 gigs just to make it a more premium experience. Most Android stuff, I don't think I've ever seen RAM usage, even on my device playing the newest of new games, go over like 4 gigs of use, and I have a 12 gig RAM device. So leave these alone. They're not a big deal. Go to model. You can change what model device you have if you want. There's a whole list of pre-done phones in here. If you want to try to do a custom phone, like there's the Galaxy S22 is in here. There's the 22 Plus. There's so many phones in here you can fake. You can also get the information, the actual model numbers off of Google. So like, for example, if you want to fake the S21 Plus, it's 998U. U1, and that's the unlocked version. You can fake the IMEI if you want to. You can also fake a phone number. There are other brands you can fake as well, you know, if you want to emulate your real device. There's so many ways to get this information. Randomize the IMEI if you feel like you got banned on an app. Not a big deal. Game settings. 60 FPS is going to be your default. If you do have a higher refresh rate monitor, my monitor tops out at 60 FPS or hertz. It doesn't matter. If you have like a 144 hertz gaming monitor, it doesn't hurt to set this to 144 if you think your computer can handle it, especially if you're on a gaming computer, you will get better performance. But by default, on Android, 60 FPS, at least on the emulators, is perfectly fine. Ooh, let's not. Actually, I clicked that by mistake. Audio stuff, it's going to just go through your main system. If you want networking, it is connected by default out of the box. This is network bridging. That's not going to apply to most people. Shortcuts, if you want to know what the hotkeys are to be a little bit more of a power user. Wallpapers, you can set a custom wallpaper if you want. Other settings. This is a very important tab. You want to enable root. We're going to hit save and we're going to restart. And LD Player will restart, and this is when we're going to start installing apps. So as it restarts, I'll come back in a second. I heard a child running at my door. I wanted to not get interrupted here. Trying to make this one a little more professional, you know? Anyway, the next thing you're going to want to do is start installing the apps. Now, the nice thing about using an Android app player like this is you just drag and drop. AdAway, drag and drop. Boom, there it is. Revanced Micro G, drag and drop. And you'll get a little pop-up when it's done. Revanced YouTube, drag and drop. There it is. Now the other stuff. I told you guys I would teach you where to find the trusted sources for modified apps. I use lightapks.com. this is my favorite place to go. They have a built-in forced updater on the apps when the apps are out of date, so you don't have to worry about potentially getting banned because they detect you're using an out-of-date APK that's modified. So for example, if you want to use Twitch, you just lightapks.com, you can search for Twitch and you will find the Twitch mod APK, and this removes ads from Twitch completely. It's wonderful. But if you're using AdAway, it should remove the ads as well, but I've noticed recently that the newest version of Twitch on Android will get around AdAway. So basically what's happening is Twitch is delivering the ads the same way that YouTube is starting to. You basically have the ads being served to you from the same URL that the video content is coming through on, which is really smart because you're not going to run into issues of like, hey, people can block this URL and then there's no ads. So now we're going to download Pandora. The coolest thing about Pandora's mods are no ads, unlimited skips, and if you thumbs up the song, it downloads the MP3 in the highest quality to your internal storage. So this is very useful to also have on your phone as well as on this emulator. And Pandora is nice for finding new music and stuff like that. So all I'm doing is just cutting and pasting as I move stuff over, because I'm going to make this package available for you guys on Google Drive and hope that it doesn't get taken down. Spotify, like I told you about, sometimes it'll mark it as unsafe. You just install it anyway. If you want Spotify Lite, which on the emulator, it's not going to matter which one you use. I like going with AMOLED just because I like having dark themes or pitch black themes on my apps. You will never see me use an app that I can't somehow force into dark mode, whether it's with an APK mod or an actual APK. Drag and drop Spotify, and then, like I said, Twitch. I actually had this open twice. Now, you say, I want YouTube revanced. Well, you can get it in two different ways. You can either get it from lightapks.com, or you can get it from YouTube Revanced themselves. I get it from YouTube Revanced themselves. YouTube Revanced. What you want to do, for some odd reason, their stuff gets flagged. I don't know why, but you just click YouTube Revanced up here, and you click download right here, and it'll take you to YouTube Revanced and Micro G. You have to use the Micro G because that's faking the app signature for Google, so you can still log in with your Google account. For what a lot of people don't know is if you use a modded version of an APK, which is the installer file for an Android app, the app signature changes. Now, there are ways around this that have been discovered, but generally speaking, it's easiest for the general public to just have the signature be legitimate on the APK, and then it will install to their device instead of getting flagged. But you have to have the Micro G because it fakes the signature detection for YouTube Revamped, so you can log into your Google account, because Google accounts do not work with regular Google login on your device. So that's why we had to install Micro G settings and YouTube at the same time. You have to have the Micro G for YouTube Revanced. So, what's next? Well, you probably want to log into your YouTube account. So you want to go Micro G and just add a Google account. I am notoriously known for leaking my account information. So I'm going to pause this and log in real quick. So it won't tell you anywhere that the account has been added, but I did just log into my account. And now what we can do is we can open YouTube. And what we want to do from here. Oh, it did not like that. Okay. Oh, it's detecting my son's account. Anyway, as you can see, I am now logged into emutechx@gmail.com on YouTube Vanced. If you want to set up YouTube Vanced and do anything custom, you go to settings on the app, scroll all the way down, and there's the Revanced options. You can go in, you can choose what ads you want to block. Everything is enabled by default. You just use the back buttons over here to go back. Your interactions, you can control them over here. Layout, if you want to change how things are done. You can edit all these. Miscellaneous, a whole bunch of stuff in here. and video stuff. You can automatically detect what kind of quality you want it to play. So for me, for example, a phone screen, I can't really tell the difference above 1080p because my eyes suck. So I usually select 720p for my mobile network. But on this, we're not ever going to have mobile network. So I like to force 1080p at minimum. And you're good to go as far as revanced. If you want return dislike, that is built into this. It is enabled by default. Show dislikes as percentage is cool, whatever. And then as far as like sponsor block, that is built in as well. And so are micro G settings. If you just click it, it opens it right up. But for me, I think it's easiest to just open micro G, add in the account, and go from there. There are ways to set this. I don't actually do anything on this account. Oh, it's down here. I don't actually do anything on this Gmail, so that's why you don't see like my normal usage. But now you're logged in. That'll be an ad-free YouTube experience, and many other nice customizations. Now let's talk about Twitch. Open up the Twitch app. See, as you can see, it just tells you what it is. Go to login. I'm not leaking my stuff. There we go. I'm logged into my Twitch. Now, I never used my Twitch account. I didn't even know that I had followers on here. So if you guys want to see me start streaming on Twitch, I guess I can set this up because 38 people are expecting me to do something on Twitch, I guess. Anyway, that's now logged in. You'll never get ads on Twitch. Also, it's really nice how this emulator works. You have tabs at the top. Go into my email to prove I was human. Next up is Pandora. Same with Spotify. I use Facebook to log into my Spotify. Facebook will always work on a modified application as long as you uninstall the Facebook app from your device first, or if you use Facebook Lite. That seems to get around the app signature detection on Facebook. So real quick, I'm going to log into... Oh, hell, I don't know what my Facebook login is. Never mind, I'm not going to log into this right now. But yes, that's how you get ad-free content on Spotify. And then same with Pandora. Just log into whatever account you use. Not sure how Google accounts work with this. Yeah, it's probably just better to do it this way. Didn't notice it forces it vertical, but that's okay. And then anything else that you honestly enjoy about Android, it's right here at your fingertips. Oh, AdAway. So important. Route-based ad blocking. Remember my choice forever. Allow. There is one thing that's sometimes weird with this. You need to make hosts systemless. This isn't systemless at the moment, so I'm going to show you how to hopefully make it systemless. So what you actually have to do is you need to find this Magis Delta, which I can link in the comments. But basically what you do is this is Magis specifically for Android emulators. And what you can do is you just come here, click this, and you want to download the APK release. And this will put Magis on the emulator rather than running the default built-in Android stuff, or Android thing. Allow choice forever. Allow. They'll ask you to install it. Click yes. Recovery mode. Next. Oh, it's going to make me select it. Hold on a minute. It's been a while. I'm sorry. This might not even be a thing. I'm sorry. Never mind. We are not using this. You have to be able to get into some form of way to patch the boot directory or the boot block, which is way outside the scope of this video. Maybe I'll make a video on it in the future, but if you guys want a video on the WSA, which is the Windows subsystem for Android, where you play Android apps natively, I can still do that as well. I'm hoping that sometime soon Windows, Microsoft Store apps start getting modified, because then you want to jump through these hoops. But this is the next best option for playing ad-free content on your Windows computer. This will also work on some Apple MacBooks, as long as you can find an emulator that works for Mac OS. I'm not sure about Apple Silicon, which is their own CPU brand, like the M1, the M2, etc. I'm sure Intel Macs can run Android emulators. I just don't know if there's one out there for it. I can find out from somebody in the 1320 Challenge community that I know uses Mac every day. I don't use Apple every day, so I don't know. I don't keep up. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys learned something, and I hope you guys look forward to more videos. I'll talk to you later. Bye.